Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the waiting room.
Not reviewing?
Well, no, I had to say our names first.
Ah.
I forgot that the last time.
Okay.
I forgot. I was like watching it back and I was like, I didn't say my name. So,
Who are you?
Rachel. My name is Rachel.
My name's Ante.
And we live in Hiroshima, Japan. And this is our podcast where we talk about a variety of topics. Our last episode on how to survive Japanese summer.
Yep.
Is like the most watched and or listened to podcast we've ever done. So thank you very much.
Pretty happy about that.
I hope that those tips really I hope you guys found them helpful because it's September and it's
still hot.
Basically summer.
Yeah. So don't come.
I think we need to have somebody invent one of those over the top Batman villain-esque contraptions where they block out the sun for not the whole day. Just maybe the noon 11 to 5.
Okay. So you wouldn't go as far as the Matrix, how the machines scorched the sky.
Yeah, we need the sun.
Okay,
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware that we need the sun. But could someone just turn it down? Is there a dimmer function that we can use for the sun?
Control for the lights.
Yeah,
might work. Hang on. Whoa, too bright. Okay, no.
Yeah, we need to really. It's brutal. It's really brutal. So I'm glad that everybody seemed to enjoy that episode.
Definitely.
I think we know a thing or two about Japanese summer. But today we are diving back into the realm of movies.
Movies that we review and not review at the same time. What are we looking at today?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Which we saw the trailer for.
Yep.
I was very excited for. And I went and I saw it.
Yep.
You've seen it.
Yep.
So I think usually when we talk about films, we always talk about what we liked and what we didn't like. Right? So why don't we start with what we didn't like?
Okay.
So is there any points of it that you didn't? Also, spoiler alert, spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine.
You should have by now, though.
Yeah, it's been a while. But if you haven't, go see it and then come back.
Yep.
We'll give you a second, okay? Ready? We're going to give you a second.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
So, what did you not like?
What did I not like? See, here's the thing, it wasn't too much. Because when it comes to Deadpool, though, I always think back to the first one. So the thing that only dims it mainly for me is the fact that it's not a shock value anymore when it comes to Deadpool.
To Deadpool and what he does.
The violence and the humor, it's still the same kind of thing. So that's the only thing, that shock value or the surprise kind of brings it down a bit for me.
That's fair.
Yeah. That would probably be my main gripe, and I don't think that's a big one, really.
No.
How about you?
It was rather excessively violent.
Oh, yeah.
And I understand. That's the thing. But it could be a little, it kind of got to be a little too much sometimes.
Are we talking about just even the intro?
The intro is nothing but violence. And I appreciated the way that they did the intro because, okay, so what I really liked is just how irreverent the whole movie is.
Yeah.
Okay, superhero movies, I'm not a huge follower of the MCU. I'm not religiously devoted to the whole cinematic universe of superhero films.
Fair enough. The direction it's going, I don't blame you anyway. I
really missed when superhero movies were fun. Do you remember when they were fun?
Yeah.
The first Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
They were just, we knew that there were no stakes. Spider-Man's gonna win. You know he's gonna get the girl.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of tension, a little bit of action.
Right.
It was fun. You could just go to the movie theater. You could sit, relax, enjoy the film. Yay, good guys.
Just entertainment. Good old school movie escapism.
Yeah. When I went into Wolverine and Deadpool, I wasn't expecting cinematic, legendary, epic movie making.
Right.
I wanted to be entertained. And by God, I was entertained.
And I have to agree with you. It's been a while since exactly what you were saying. Just going in, I'm going to go watch a movie. I don't want to think too much.
Yeah.
I want to just have some fun.
Right?
And you know what? Disney really needed this.
Yeah. I was...
Yeah.
The number of jabs that they took at Disney and also at Fox was... Suck it, Fox!
Yes.
Was so like you got to hand it to Disney. They were like, you know what? Fine, just do it.
And apparently, we had Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy. They were directing it, and apparently they had to fight and really stand their ground to get what they wanted.
I mean,
thank God.
Yeah.
Like they really.
You can't compromise with Deadpool though. That's the thing. That's his whole thing.
Hands off, man. Yeah.
And so, like in the opening, where, okay, so first of all, I love that he does the whole fourth wall breaking. He's talking to the camera. He calls Wolverine Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. That's what I was just like. The fact he was like, everything goes in the script. Like, did not matter.
Yeah.
Like, anything about continuity or anything.
Yeah,
it was just
nothing.
like, or the fact that you're here watching a movie, and just calls him Hugh.
Calls him Hugh. Like he's not convinced that that Wolverine is dead.
Yeah.
Finds out there's just like the adamantium like skeleton left. And then he has to like fight off a bunch of people that appear. So he's using all of the adamantium bones because he promises that he won't use his weapons. He's like, I won't use any of my weapons. And so he's using the adamantium bits to go on a murder spree while set to Bye.
NSYNC.
Yeah, from
I was
NSYNC.
going to say, what a great backing for that.
And it was so like just instantly, we're going to have fun.
Exactly.
Like, this movie's going to let us have fun. Yeah. So I think from the get-go, I was like, all right, I'm entertained.
Which is interesting. Like, it's such a turn where if anyone's watched, like, have you watched Logan at all?
Yes.
So it's kind of where he's dug him up.
Yeah.
Right? And if anyone's watched Logan was pretty dark and
It was
gritty.
really dark. It was really good.
It's a big flip. Right?
Yeah, huge flip. That's the whole, like, the irreverency that I'm talking about. Like, nothing is sacred to Deadpool, really.
Yep.
He'll desecrate a corpse just to get what he wants. And
and the people, okay, so when he's even like looking for like, other Deadpools and that.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Henry
Cavill.
Hang on, that looks like.
Yeah, all the other Deadpools that we got to see. He called him
the Cavalrine.
Just like there were so many cameos that even I was like, I don't know who a lot of these people are. So I went back and I watched YouTube videos about like who the cameos were for a lot of them.
Yeah.
I loved how there were a lot of cameos of like underused, underappreciated characters.
Oh yeah, people that he brought back.
Yeah.
I think is it Channing Tatum for Gambit?
Yeah. Because Channing Tatum wanted to do a Gambit movie,
which apparently was going to happen.
It was going to happen, and they couldn't get it cleared, right?
Yeah.
Or it just never got off the ground, and so they have Channing Tatum as Gambit, and I remember really liking Gambit, but
same.
But I didn't really remember like what his superpowers were at all. And just the way Channing Tatum is speaking in that crazy, like, Louisiana Creole that you can kind of understand and kind of can't. He's like, oh, les de bon temps brûlés. And they're like, and Deadpool's like, who was your dialect coach? The Minions? Like.
Which, I'm not a professional in that accent. Like, is it good? I heard a lot of people saying he nailed it. So,
I don't know. Yeah. I couldn't judge. But it was just so, like, it was great. And then, and it's not just, like, Channing Tatum that they have in there. They've got Blade in there.
Like, that was a good surprise too,
like,
right?
It's Blade. Like,
yeah. And I think it's Wesley Snipes, right?
Yeah.
How he actually mentions at one stage.
Yeah.
Like, he's the only one.
Yeah, there can be only one Blade because they're trying to remake Blade, right?
Exactly. They got already someone cast for that.
So it was just I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed I enjoyed all the like references to so Ryan Reynolds' like private life where he mentions like he's like, you gotta ask Blake first because Blake's his wife. Yeah, or like there's however many bones in the human body and then like one more if I'm watching Gossip Girl.
That's right. So many one-liners, man.
They're so good.
I can't even me being a Mad Max fan.
Oh yeah. I was like, he's gonna love this. The weird Mad Max world.
Is this like, infringement? Like,
and it was just so.
And the fact that he didn't really care. It's just, no, we're doing this. The little Furiosa mention.
Yeah,
Furiosa mention. Like, what the hell, man? It's like,
I really liked the actress that they had for the main villain.
Yeah.
Because she played Diana in The Queen, and so I wasn't really sure how it would go, but I really liked her. It's Cassandra Nova.
You know what? Not a lot of people can pull off Bold. She can.
Yeah.
Like, she looked really cool.
Yeah, and her cool little, like, weird...
Oh,
the fingers in the face was really...
As Deadpool said it, your fingers are inside me and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, how... That was very cool, the effect that they used to, like, make that look real.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was very well done.
Another thing I wanted to bring up just in general, because, like, I find, like, in the last few years, especially with, like, the comic book stuff and action movies, CG's kind of gone... It was pretty good in this film.
I would say the whole... Especially the finger bit.
Yeah.
Because you really had to be spot on with that. Yeah. I think they did a good job.
I think they did a good job of making her, like, really, like, yeah, you don't want to mess with her.
Yeah. For sure.
But also costumes.
Oh, yeah. I was 100%, 1,000%, 10,000% thrilled to see, like, the classic, like, yellow...
Like, when we spoke about the trailer, right? When we see the poster, it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like...
It was really, really cool to see like Wolverine and like the Wolverine that I remember.
Yeah, cause for me, it's like, I don't know how it's viewed. So for me, it was like high school and watching that cartoon series.
Yeah.
Usually on in the mornings and that. And yeah, that for me is Wolverine. I'm not a big comic person, but that's my image.
Right? So, yeah. And then at the very end, when he like pulls the actual mask down and stuff, and you're just like, that's very cool. It's very like... And they make jokes about, like, Hugh Jackman the whole time about how, like, you know, he got divorced and now he's let himself go. So, like, he doesn't have any muscles. And then in the end, it's like he's, like, super ripped. And you're like...
That's right. That comic comes...
Yeah.
This is Wolverine. He usually doesn't wear a shirt, but he's let himself go.
Yeah. So, like, they have all these, like, little, like, jabs about, like, him getting divorced and stuff. Like, stuff in real life. And so here's... For me, watching this movie in Japan... with the Japanese subtitles and all of that. Let me tell you, there is not a more difficult movie that I can think to translate than this one.
Yeah.
Because, and there's one line in particular that I'm just like, I keep playing it over and over in my head, like the English line, because I'm like, how would you translate this at all?
Yeah.
So, again, spoiler alert, if you haven't already clicked away, please click away. So when they... At the very end, when him and like Wolverine hold hands and kind of like destroy the machine, and you think that they've died, and the guy's like, oh, you know, like afterwards, you know, the time department people are all gathered, and like, oh, it was like a noble sacrifice or whatever. And then Deadpool comes back and says, "He hath risen, baby girl." So let's break down this line. He hath risen. That's a biblical line, right? So if you're not familiar with the Bible, which I wouldn't expect the average Japanese person to be that familiar with that line.
Yeah.
And then baby girl. So you can't really literally translate that because there's no like Japanese equivalent that I can think of. So if you can think of one, please let me know. To the word baby girl, which is a very Gen Z like phrase to use. Yeah. And there are these lines that are just, they're all over this movie.
Oh, there would be so much humor that would just go right over your head.
Like, and especially because, like, there's no way that you can... It's like the line about Gossip Girl. You would have to know that Gossip Girl stars Blake Lively, who is Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Yeah.
And they didn't put anything about Gossip Girl in there, in the Japanese. So what I hope, more than anything, is that there is some super obsessed Deadpool Japanese fan who goes in and makes a fan sub that has all the notes.
Yeah.
Because like the script is so great.
Lost a lot of the
it's
humor.
So cheeky, it's so funny, but it's like you lose that humor in the translation because the sentiment isn't the same.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, whoever had to do subtitles for this must have just hated it.
Oh, they would have been sweating the whole time. It's like, oh.
They must have just been like, well, this is what we're doing today. And so another thing that I'd read online from people who watch it in Japan, they were like, it's crazy because there's this sort of, you're watching it in the theater and you know that it's funny as a native speaker of English, as somebody who knows the cultural background, but nobody is laughing in the theater.
That's a bit awkward, isn't it?
It's this weird, I believe the phrase that they used on Twitter was eerie tomb-like silence. Because it's like, you know that it's funny and you want to laugh, but you don't want to be the only one laughing because that's also weird. So it was just, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, no, like it's like zingy, there's clapbacks, it's funny, it's irreverent, it's great, and I'm having a good time, but it's just like silence. The sound of silence.
The pin drops.
Yeah. So
I mean, in circumstances like, I'm sure if you did laugh, it wouldn't be a problem. But that's just awkward for yourself.
it is awkward.
That is just.
It's awkward. So like I really respect the people who have to subtitle movies like that because I don't even know where I would begin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like at all. Like let's fucking go. Like
yeah, the F-bombs were really there.
Oh
man.
yeah, they were not pulling any punches.
Yeah, we're putting in another one.
Yeah, like So yeah, I felt really. I was like, this is a hard, really difficult movie to really get translated well.
Yeah.
Because humor is really difficult. So yeah, I kind of want to like watch it.
Well, one of my friends and friend of the channel, Eddie Okinawa.
Hi,
she's
Eddie.
Japanese, but her English is pretty good. She had a good laugh.
Oh, that's good.
So again, it's going back to things like, I feel bad for so many people that have just like lost a lot of the humor.
Yeah, because like I'm sure what they usually do in situations where, for example, the Gossip Girl comment.
Yeah.
So because it's impossible to have that fit in there and have people know what you're talking about, he's just like, and like one extra when I'm horny, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's like you get the gist of the joke, but it's not as clever.
Not the full,
because it's kind of like it's just like a straight jab as opposed to like a surprise uppercut.
Humor, the delivery, but there's so much of it.
It's jam packed in this film,
Yeah.
and I just remember just like being in the theater, being like, "This might be the most fun I've had at a movie theater in a while."
For me too, it's just like I got to watch this again because how many of these lines I probably missed or I'm just gonna forget.
Yeah.
Because they're just coming out so many times.
Yeah.
And, Deadpool's
All the Deadpools.
plural,
Deadpool variants.
right?
I like the cowboy one.
I was about to ask, who was your
the
favorite?
cowboy. The cowboy was great. Also Lady Deadpool.
I was about to say
Gotta give it up.
she gets a medal for the hottest Deadpool that there is.
You gotta give it up for Blake Lively, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, she was still wearing the mask, but it was just like, damn.
Well, she was apparently. You know that like the Lady Deadpool in the comic is based off of Blake Lively, right? Which was just like, and I was like, oh, so like actually really is. Apparently, like the artist was watching Gossip Girl and like ended up before Ryan Reynolds and her got married, but like was watching Gossip Girl. Which have you ever seen Gossip Girl?
I have not. I know of it, but
it's so good. It's so good. It's so.
Would it give me the same reaction as right? No, I'm not going to get into
But
that.
like the fashion, it's because it's about really rich teenagers. And then this like family that isn't really rich, but they're at the
So would
same
I just
school.
get annoyed watching this? Or...
No. It's like it's so engrossing. The fashion, the world building, the characters, all the conniving plots and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. I got really into it for like when it was on Netflix. It's not on Netflix anymore, but when it was on Netflix, I got really into it because I'd never watched it before.
How many seasons is that?
Oh,
that many.
Not like a ton. We're not talking like 20 seasons
like
or anything.
more.
I think there's like 5 or 6. I could be wrong.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not like asking someone, hey, you should watch One Piece or something like that.
No, like Gossip Girl, I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did.
Yeah.
I really got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It's really great. So, and I can understand how, because she's like a style, Blake Lively, and her character is also like a style icon.
Yeah.
So just to have her on board with the whole thing, and they managed to like keep it a secret pretty well. They managed to keep a lot of their cameos a secret.
That was really good. And it really feels like it was like Ryan's like, not just pulling people in for the hell of it. It's just like
pulling them in because like
we're going to have fun doing this.
Yeah.
And
like Elektra, like I was like, oh, I actually remember her having a movie.
Yeah.
Like I remember this, and just like having these people who
I did not expect her at all.
Yeah. I didn't expect they were going to bring the girl from Logan back.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
Special mention to the Human Torch.
Yeah.
Getting killed by Deadpool, kind of, from his smart ass mouth. Like,
it's like, all right, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
Yeah.
Flame up. Wait, what?
Thought it was someone else.
Because he's so in love with Captain America. I love watching those scenes with him.
That.
He's like, they have like the alternate dimension on like the TV screens, and he's watching him die in Thor's arms. He's like, why is Thor crying? Why is Thor crying?
Turn that off.
I want to know too. I want to know why. Why was Thor crying?
Cries because of me.
Yeah. I love how you can really feel how much he really wanted to be like a part of the Avengers.
Yeah.
And how much he wanted it and how much he really like just loves these characters.
That interview was awkward, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Really awkward. So it just, I mean, there was nothing that the violence was a bit excessive at times, but you know, like I can get past that because it's just so.
It's Deadpool.
It's just funny. It's well written. It's not trying to be more than it is. It knows what it is. It makes fun of what it is constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly pokes fun
Thankfully.
at the MCU. Constantly pokes fun at all of it. And we kind of need to be brought down.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Let's just have good entertainment again. And it did it so many times.
I think Disney, they're learning their lesson a little bit. Because.
I really hope so.
Because they're only going to make one Star Wars thing next year. Just one.
I heard about that.
Like I suggested. We know you're watching Disney.
Do you know someone that knows someone?
Thanks for listening. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Just focus on one thing. And I feel like the MCU,
make it good.
The MCU is also doing the similar thing where they're like they're scaling back, you know, because I think that they realize that like, well, we've saturated the market, so
right,
to give people a little breather. So I feel like this was a really good step in the right direction, perhaps.
This was a really good breather. Yeah, they gave us something, and it was just good.
Highly entertaining. Also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning.
When
I went to go see the movie in the theaters, I didn't expect it, but I got a little sticker with the Carp Boy, who is the mascot of the Hiroshima Carp baseball team.
Nice.
And also a little Deadpool. And it's really hard to tell because it's in really tiny letters. But on the sleeve of the Hiroshima Carp Boy is Hiroshima, because that's what's on their sleeve. On the sleeve of Deadpool is Wolverine. In little tiny letters. Wolverine.
Oh, I'm going to have a closer look at that. You got something on the back? Oh,
the back is just like a little... Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah.
Nice.
This is those two little stickers. They're really, really cute. I wasn't expecting to get anything, and I'm like, they must have made these for like all the mascots for baseball teams and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's really cool.
It's good, that. Right? I love. Look at this. Look at this little wee Deadpool face. Look how cute. That's cute. I keep tilting it the wrong way. There you go.
Oh, and I also want to mention, because we got one without a mask there. Yeah. That's just the Carp Boy. Nice pool. Nice pool
with this like man bun looking hair and the car and the dog. Oh,
drives the Odyssey. His gold pistols and
the gold pistols. What I really loved about the Odyssey. So you remember how they're fighting in the Odyssey and like how previously, so like Deadpool was a car salesman, right?
Right.
And he didn't really he's like the Odyssey is like a piece of shit.
Yep.
And then they're fighting, and then they end, and he's like, "Oh, I take it back. The Odyssey fucks hard." And I was like, "How do you translate that into Japanese? You can't."
Yeah.
It fucks hard.
And how's that for a scene in the car? The fight scene, like.
I like how the next time you see them, like Deadpool's like tied up in all this stuff. It's like a Looney Tunes cartoon, you know? Yeah. Like there aren't that many seatbelts in the car. Yeah.
No.
Nice pool.
I don't know what else I can really bring up about. Like I said, my only thing was the fact that we've seen Deadpool before. We know the shock value, the violence, the humor, and that didn't surprise me. But
it's also not.
This was great.
It's not stopping me from watching.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. Well, the whole thing. People have been like we've seen Hugh and Ryan on social media always giving each other crap.
Brilliant social media campaign in general.
Leading up to this.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Everybody wanted it.
100% well done.
I would like to say thank you for the entertainment, Ryan.
Yeah, really.
And Sean.
And Hugh.
Yeah, Hugh.
And Blake. My good friend, Hugh, Blake, Sean, and Ryan. Thank you guys.
What a combination, man.
It was great. Like if you haven't seen it, if you were on the fence about seeing it and you're just like, I don't know. If you haven't seen the original Deadpool, first go see Deadpool.
I remember the first time I saw that and I was just like,
I didn't know superhero movies could be this funny and entertaining.
It was like the best. Like
yeah, it was great. So look, do yourself a favor. You know, we still got the summer's on its last legs here. Nice summer entertainment. Go see Deadpool if you haven't, and then go see Deadpool and Wolverine. You won't regret it. It was so much fun. If you've seen the movie, especially if you didn't like it, I want to know what people didn't like. That's what I want to know.
Actually, yeah. If you didn't like it,
Yeah, what is your hang up on it? Also, if you have a better way to translate "He hath risen, baby girl" in Japanese, please let me know, because I could not think of any singular way of saying it that would remotely fit the bill.
Now, I have one little tidbit which I'm thinking it was a total coincidence, but with the whole, because I'm a Mad Max nerd, when they're in the Mad Max and the Human Torch shows up, and then they start playing Hell's Bells by AC/DC. I'm thinking it was a coincidence because they used that song for when the Mad Max game came out in the trailer.
I mean, it depends on how big of a Mad Max nerd they have on their staff.
Yeah. So it either was or wasn't a coincidence. I was just like, hang on a second. I just want to bring that on.
Yeah.
Before we do go, though, because we're talking about movies a lot, and it's not a happy day for the movie family industry. So news today. So I don't know when you guys are going to be listening to this, but as the time of the recording, we heard today that it was James Earl Jones passed away.
Yes.
Known as, if you guys don't know that name, he is the voice of Darth Vader and the King of Zamunda.
He's also Mufasa.
The voice, man.
Yeah, he's like the voice that we all grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, he's also "This is CNN." That's him too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the CNN voice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's done so many amazing, not just films, but plays. He has a really just amazing bibliography of work. Also just known for being an extremely nice guy.
Yeah.
If fans were to come up to him and ask him to say, "I am your father," he would always indulge them. He developed his speaking because he used to stutter as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? So to like overcome the stutter, he was working on his voice. And just seems like, did you ever see the episodes he was in for The Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
They were so great because like he just makes he's like playing himself, but as this like cartoonish kind of like over the top crazy cool guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like his personality probably wasn't that far off from that.
Yeah.
Because he's just always willing to indulge the fans.
He probably wasn't just playing himself then.
Probably was just having a good time. Like he inspired so many people, so many filmmakers, just being a part of their projects and being the voice that we all grew up with.
He goes down in cinema history, really.
Yeah, I'm really sad to see him go. But he was in his 90s, so he lived a pretty long life.
That's some good innings, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
James Earl Jones.
Thanks.
Thank you for all the memories.
Thanks for the voice.
Thank you for voicing all of our childhoods.
Yeah, man.
And if you have any thoughts, questions, comments, you can always send us an email at thewaitingroomjpn@gmail.com. You can also be sure to leave us a comment down below. Hit the bell notification, like, subscribe, something. Give us something.
Yeah.
Something to help the algorithm. Hit the thumbs up. It takes less than a second.
That one little click means a lot.
It means a lot.
We're about to crack 120 subs.
Yay.
We're getting there, man.
We're getting there.
And we're really, really happy that you guys join in.
And we're always super happy whenever we get comments, because we got a few comments on the summer episode, and Ante will text me and be like, "Is this your friend who commented?" And I'm like, "Actually, I do not know this person." So it makes me very happy that people who we don't really...
Everyone that has...
Not friends really or family,
cool,
just
really
come and
cool
comment.
And nice, right?
Yeah, everybody's super chill. So join in. Leave us a comment. Say hello. Say where you're watching from. How you found us. Your opinion on Deadpool. Love, hate. Do you think that they did Wolverine dirty by bringing him back? Were you more of keeping Logan in the canon and Wolverine is dead and he's never coming back? Let us know. We would really love to
Who
hear
was your
from you.
favorite Deadpool?
Yeah, who was your favorite Deadpool? And why was it the cowboy?
The cowboy was pretty
Cowboy was... There's something really sexy about that cowboy Deadpool. And I don't know what it is. Yeah, he's great. Dogpool was also great.
Dogpool?
World's ugliest dog.
Yeah. Right?
Dogpool. I literally think that was the world's ugliest dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it cute, though.
He's just like the tongue is... yeah.
Yeah, don't pat him too much because his body's 90% G-spot and he'll let you know.
I love how the little costume, the little Deadpool dog costume, I was like, this is insane.
The slow motion run, he's got the shoes and just like
shoes.
flapping in the... and the tongue flapping in the breeze.
Crazy good. Crazy good.
We could talk for ages just like... It was too good. It was just good entertainment.
It was great entertainment.
But I think we'll leave it at that.
And
so
we'll
guys,
see you next time.
Yeah.
Be sure to leave us a comment, like, subscribe. We also have an Instagram.
Yes, we do. At The Waiting Room JPN.
Yes, we do. And you can always follow us there. We always have links to the latest episodes, latest trailer reacts, film reacts, all of that. So give us a follow and give us a thumbs up. Send us a little comment. We'd love to hear from you. And we will see you next time in the waiting room.
Take it easy, guys.